intheringboxing.com.
Prospect Showcase.
What's up, fight fans? Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the intheringboxing.com Prospect Showcase. We have on the line with us today undefeated welterweight prospect Jared Robinson. Jared has a 5-0 record. He fights out of Sumter, South Carolina. He's scheduled to fight again at the Buckhead Theater in Atlanta, Georgia on July 15th. Jared, great to have you on the Prospect Showcase today.
Great to be here. Thanks, Philip.
No problem. So, Jared, before we get into the specifics of your next fight, I think we should get the fight fans acquainted with you and your background. How'd you get started in boxing?
I got started in boxing just out of desire to want to compete. Wanted to play a sport. Maybe I had an interest in football, basketball, but I was too small for football, too short for basketball. So boxing gave my own weight class and my own individualism.
Okay. So what was your amateur career like? Did you get a lot of experience in the amateur rankings?
I believe I did. I had 69 amateur fights. Went to 2 or 3 pals. Made it to 2008 National USA Men's Championship. There I placed number 3, ranking me number 3 in the nation. And I think overall I had a good experience in the amateurs.
All right. Jared, how would you describe your fighting style?
I would say I'm a boxer puncher. I like to make the fight easy just by boxing, and at the same time, I like to slug, I like to bang, like to hit hard, so I would say a boxer puncher. Okay.
Jared, who's your trainer, and where do you train out of?
I train out of Charlotte, North Carolina at Dom Boxing and Fitness. Head trainer is James Presley.
Okay, all right. So you fought 5 times. You knocked out your first 3 opponents, and the last 2 fights went to the scorecards. What was the experience like stepping into the ring as a pro the first time, and compare that to your 5th fight?
I would say on my debut, I would say it was a lot of nerves. Kind of not know what to expect as far as how the punch is going to feel without the headgear on, and it just felt like a different atmosphere as far as everyone looking at you from a different position. No vest on, no headgear, and looking to see how you would show on the first show. So.
Okay, and you definitely, I guess, took to it well, because so far you've been successful at it. When you mentioned the difference in your approach with the anticipation of getting hit without the headgear. What is the difference in terms of how the effect of it? I mean, when you got the headgear on, for anyone who's never boxed at all, never laced them up, not even in amateur at all, how protective is the headgear?
The headgear is pretty protective. You feel a little bit more secure going in with headgear, and until you get used to it. I mean, to answer your question again, in my 5th fight, I felt like I was at home pretty much getting into the ring without headgear. I felt like I stepped into myself a little bit more as a professional, and that wasn't an issue so much anymore. It was back to boxing, back to the sport I love. But no headgear, you can see more. You can see out of your peripheral vision. You have a better sense of what's going on in the ring. So.
Okay, so July 15th at the Buckhead Theater in Atlanta, Georgia. You're going in for the sixth time. According to BoxRec, you're scheduled to fight, I don't know, man, I'm going to try to pronounce his name right, Dino Dumanjic.
Correct.
He's 4-1. Do you know anything at all about him?
Just a little bit. I've seen a couple of clips on YouTube of his last few fights. Looked him up on BoxRec, of course. I saw where he fought Yordenis Ugas, Cuban Olympian. and he lost a decision to him. And that's pretty much it. That's all I really know.
Okay. From what you saw, what do you expect from him to bring to the table, or what do you think is going to be your greatest asset against him?
I think my greatest asset against him would be my jab. Really utilize my jab properly. From the clips that I've seen, that he's very crafty as far as wanting to mix it up a little bit inside the ring, in the middle of the ring. Throws a lot of punches. He's someone has the boxing style, and he's more of a counterpuncher, I believe. So I'm going to have to utilize those what I saw in the clips on that night on the 15th.
Okay. Jared, what would you say is the most difficult thing about being a boxer?
I would say the most difficult thing is just the mental side of boxing. You know, and that's with any sport, with anything really. But just having the confidence, gaining confidence, keeping the confidence, and with the confidence, it opens up many doors, and you're able to grow from that. So I would say in boxing, staying focused and on the mental aspect of boxing and growing from that.
All right. Who are some of your favorite fighters coming up?
Favorite fighters, I would say De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, of course Muhammad Ali.
Okay. Jared, what position would you like to be at in your career by the end of next year?
End of next year, I would say 15-0, 20-0. Wanting to compete for a few titles, some national titles, and put me in position pretty much for a world title.
Okay, so you're going full speed ahead. You're trying to be really busy, and you sounds like you got like a 2-year plan going, and you ready to go.
Definitely, that's the goal.
All right, Jared, is there anything you'd like to say to boxing fans before we close out?
I would just say, just keep my name in their heads. Look out for me. I'm definitely training hard. I have high expectations for myself, and yeah, they should be hearing about me in a couple of years.
Okay, fight fans, that was the undefeated welterweight prospect Jared Robinson. Like he said, keep an eye out for him and these young fighters coming up in the game right now, because they are the future of boxing. Thanks for tuning in to the Prospect Showcase. Don't forget to go to intheringboxing.com for all of your latest boxing news. My name is Carlos Cruz from intheringboxing.com, telling you to stay cool and educate yourself. Peace.